the true story behind Angelina Jordan's success, the untold mysteries. The world often mistakes fame for greatness. Headlines celebrate achievement, awards mark milestones, and world records capture attention. But behind every public success lies an untold story, a story of persistence, sacrifice, and choices that the audience never sees. Angelina Jordan's journey is one of these stories. A barefoot child singer from Oslo, Norway, she stunned audiences worldwide with her voice, her emotional depth, and her unique interpretation of timeless music. Yet, her path to success was not paved with mere talent or luck. It was carved with discipline, strategy, and a deep understanding of her own identity. From the streets of Oslo to international stages, her life is marked by achievements, records, and moments of quiet brilliance that the world only partially witnessed. This documentary seeks to uncover the untold mysteries behind her success, exploring not only the milestones but the choices and unseen moments that shaped the prodigy into an enduring artist. Angelina Jordan Asta was born on January 10, 2006, in Oslo, Norway. Her childhood was ordinary in some ways, yet extraordinary in others. Unlike many prodigies who emerge from families with industry connections or musical dynasties, Angelina's early environment was grounded, supportive, and emotionally nurturing but not performance-focused. Her family noticed early that she was different. She responded to sound before she could speak fluently. When music played in the background, she didn't just listen, she internalized it. She would hum, match pitch, and mimic phrasing without formal instruction. Her grandparents, especially her grandfather, played a pivotal role. They instilled in her an understanding of respect, patience, and emotional depth. The values they imparted were subtle but lasting, forming the bedrock of her artistic temperament. Her grandfather often reminded her that music was not just about sound. It was about connection. It was about feeling something others could not articulate. These early lessons were foundational. Talent can exist without discipline, but greatness is rarely sustainable without emotional grounding. For Angelina, family was her first teacher. While other children her age gravitated toward playful, simple songs, Angelina found herself drawn to music that carried history. Jazz, blues, and old standards fascinated her. Names like Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, Frank Sinatra, and Louis Armstrong became part of her daily world. She didn't just imitate them, she understood them on an emotional level. By the age of 3, she could sing entire songs with remarkable pitch accuracy. But it was not the notes alone that impressed, it was the phrasing, the emotion, the subtle shifts that made her performances feel authentic and timeless. Her early musical awakening was also deeply intertwined with life experiences. The passing of her grandfather left a profound mark, shaping how she expressed emotion through music. Songs were no longer just melodies, they became expressions of memory, love, and loss. This emotional intelligence, developed long before formal training, became her signature. Talent could bring attention, emotion created connection. Perhaps one of the most striking aspects of Angelina's early career was her ability to interpret complex music far beyond her age. Emotional intelligence was her differentiator. It allowed her to convey stories, histories, and sentiments in a way that resonated universally. Her barefoot performances, for instance, began as personal tributes. Inspired by stories of hardship shared by her grandfather, she performed without shoes as a symbolic connection to those less fortunate. Over time, it became an iconic image. Yet, it was not a marketing ploy, it was a statement of authenticity, rooted in empathy. Audiences recognized this authenticity immediately. People don't just respond to technical skill. They respond to honesty. For Angelina, honesty was never optional. It became her currency in a world dominated by spectacle. Before the cameras, before the competitions, Angelina learned the stage on the streets of Oslo. At 6 years old, she began performing publicly in open-air spaces. Street performance is unforgiving. Attention is fleeting. Audiences are not captive, they walk by or stop at whim. Success is measured in real-time reactions. For Angelina, this environment became an essential training ground. She learned how to hold attention through emotion rather than volume, how to pace a performance according to audience engagement, and how to withstand indifference and keep performing. These lessons built resilience, patience, and adaptability, skills that would later define her approach to professional stages. Here, the untold mystery of her success began to form. The foundation was not fame, it was craft. In 2014, at just 7 years old, Angelina auditioned for Norway's Got Talent. The song choice was daring, Gloomy Sunday, a haunting jazz piece rarely attempted by adults, let alone children. Her performance stunned the judges. But it wasn't just the song or technical proficiency. It was the emotional depth, the phrasing, the quiet command of the stage. Winning the competition at age 7 made her the youngest winner in the show's history, a record recognized internationally. Media coverage amplified her image, and suddenly the world had a name, Angelina Jordan. But unlike many child stars, the record was not exploited for instant commercial gain. Her team exercised caution, ensuring that early attention did not overwhelm her development. This patience became another layer of her success. Early fame can be dangerous, especially for prodigies. Many children burn out, trapped between expectation and ability. Angelina's guardians and mentors made strategic choices, avoiding excessive media exposure, limiting performance schedules, and prioritizing school and emotional stability. This discipline was critical. Talent alone attracts attention, discipline sustains it. Her measured approach allowed her to develop naturally, avoiding the pitfalls that claim so many young stars. By the age of 8, Angelina released her debut EP, My Christmas, which included both covers and original compositions. Including original work was significant. It established ownership over her craft, ensured royalties and long-term financial benefit, and strengthened her creative identity. This early focus on intellectual property set her apart from other child artists, many of whom enter contracts that limit control over their music. Angelina's team focused on prestige rather than viral fame. She performed at events such as the Nobel Peace Prize concert and high-profile cultural venues, associating her image with respect and seriousness rather than transient hype. Prestige provides longevity. Popularity can fade, credibility endures. This approach laid the groundwork for her long-term impact, demonstrating that success is not measured solely by attention but by sustained recognition. YouTube became a vital platform. Unlike social media trends that expire, her videos retained relevance. Performances accumulated views over years. Each upload functioned as a digital asset, generating long-term exposure. Evergreen content ensured that audiences discovered her long after initial appearances. In 2019, Angelina returned to the global spotlight through America's Got Talent, The Champions. Performing a Bohemian Rhapsody, she showcased not just vocal skill, but maturity. Audiences saw growth, emotion, and control, confirming that her success was not a fleeting childhood phenomenon but a trajectory built for longevity. A critical milestone was her move toward original music. Songs like Million Miles marked the transition from prodigy performing standards to an artist crafting her own voice. This stage tested her creativity, identity, and audience expectations. The challenge: maintain emotional authenticity while establishing a unique artistic presence. This ability to evolve without losing essence is one of the most untold mysteries of her success. Unlike many young artists who sign early and relinquish control, Angelina entered deals from a position of leverage. She had a proven audience, maintained creative credibility, and negotiated on her terms. This strategic approach ensured that her career retained direction, avoiding common traps of child stardom. Angelina repeatedly broke industry expectations. Children rarely interpret jazz with such depth. Child prodigies often fade, she matured. Success is often explosive, but hers was deliberate. Challenges included managing personal growth, public scrutiny, and the pressure of historic achievements. Yet, she navigated these with emotional intelligence and strategic patience. Angelina's influence extends beyond charts and stages. Young musicians see her as a model for sustainable growth. Parents learn the value of protecting talent. The industry sees that child prodigies can transition into respected adulthood. Her untold impact lies in mentorship through example, quiet, subtle, yet profound. By this stage of her journey, the foundation of Angelina Jordan's legacy is clear: early emotional and musical intelligence, strategic handling of fame, ownership and creative control, prestige-focused performances, digital longevity, and sustainable evolution into artistry. The choices she made early, the patience she exercised, and the authenticity she maintained laid the groundwork for the success, wealth, and influence she continues to build. This story does not end here. Part 2 continues the journey, diving deeper into the battles, decisions, and moments that would shape the future. And also, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe and comment for more videos, tips, and please share the video. Thanks for watching. See you in another next video. Peace out.